So Eve comes along. She is, the completion of the package for Adam. Purpose accepts, walks with God. Now he's got a female, everything's good. Her world's different. And a lot of times, again, as we try to homogenize everybody and make them the same, we can do that on the surface. For example, girls do sports just like guys do sports, therefore they're the same. Wrong. They do them for different reasons. Guys do it for purpose and success. They don't do it because I just like everybody on the team or because I just like the coach. No, they don't play. If they don't win, at least periodically, doesn't matter. They don't want to participate. Now, if they win and they play, doesn't matter how bad the coach is. He could be Attila of the Hun, reincarnated, just as brutal as could be. But if they win and they get to play and participate, we're in. Purpose, success, okay? In the gal world, they can win state one year, but if they don't like the girls on the team or the coach, chances are really likely they won't play the next year. See, it has the same look on the outside, but a whole different core. For the guys, purpose, success, then relationships. For the gals, relationships, purpose, success. So our challenge in working with young ladies is that as much as they want relationships, they're not good at maintaining them, starting them, or keeping them. If you have any experience at all with middle school girls, they have a new best friend every 2 or 3 weeks. Why? Something happened, something blew up, and they dumped that one and went to a different one. Now, they may be right back to the same one in a couple months or weeks, but that relationship factor is so desperate to them and so needed, and they're so incapable, often, of having good ones. Fortunately, Scripture is full of how do you treat people? How do you deal with relationships? How do you clean up your messes? So that's where the church over the years has, not by design, almost by default, tended to hit the female target more often. Sometimes I've heard people say, well, women are more spiritual than men. No, they're not. But the church hits their target a little bit better, even though they don't even know they're doing it or why they're doing it, but because so much of Scripture and Jesus' teachings is relational. It's built into the DNA of the Bible. It's all about relationship. Remember, for God so loved that he gave, that's relationship. And so inadvertently we fit the female target, but especially now as culture falls apart, as parents don't do a good job, as kids have 2 or 3 stepmoms, stepdads, whatever. That proves relationship skills aren't there. They're gone. And so being able to equip our girls for good relationships is huge. Because if they know how to have good relationships, skills, and know what boundaries are and all those pieces of good relationships, and if we've already invested in guys who have found that purpose and success and relationship with the Father, that's where in the future now, we start to have men in the church, start to have healthy young men in the church. We actually have to start to happen to have legitimate potential spouses for each other. Too often, women in the church grow up knowing there's no man available. So they have to backslide for a little while, marry a guy, and then hope he eventually goes to church. And I've been in countries where that's 85% of the time. No men in the church. Sometimes it's not that far different in churches in America. But that becomes a challenge. We have to hit the 2 different targets. And obviously you can't do all that at the same time. There's some co-teachings, there's some co-experiences you can have. But you're going to have to schedule, again, in the course of a year. And I always say that, in the course of a year, hit all your targets. In the course of a year, have things for the guys that'll help them find purpose, success, and grow. And for the gals that they'll find relationship skills to go along with the purpose and success and grow.